This one's looking at the camera like, what's going on? This one's like, I don't know. So I'm playing butts up, and this ball comes off of my fat body, just goes, yes, I got it. I'm an athlete, right? I go to catch it, my chubby fingers didn't get the ball. It went and slipped through. I'm like, no, right? And I'm running, and I'm hot. The asthma kicks in and everything. I'm fighting through it because I'm tough, right? And I touch the wall, I'm like, yeah! And then the ball goes, hits me right in the face. Blood everywhere. It's awesome. Then we played a game called Smear the Person. Smear the Person? Terrible name for a game, by the way. That's a terrible name for a game. When you're a kid, when you're little, you don't know. That's just the name of the game. I didn't know what it was, right? So let me tell you a little story about Smear the Person, all right? Now we're going to go back a little bit. Okay, it's back to school shopping before school starts. Probably did this with your parents, your mom or dad. Right, so I'm back to school shopping. We were rich. We went to Kmart. Right there off of Addison. Crushing it with my Wrangler jeans. With the snap button, which is terrible for a fat kid, by the way. Remember the snap button? Little fat kids in here, you remember the snap button? It was terrible. Right? This is my ritual every morning. I'm still laying on my bed. Dang it! I just blew open. My dad's like, tuck in your shirt. I'm like, Dad, I can't. Okay? I cover the snap. So we're at the Kmart shopping. Now we're in the underwear section. All right? You got your 3 clothes. You got your 3 sets of clothes for the year. Right? You get clothes in the spring. You're wearing that shit. The pants became shorts in the summer, right? You just cut those things off, and next thing you know, you got shorts, right? So anyway, so you get 3 sets. Now I got the underwears. You get 6 of those, right? You got to double up on the underwears and the socks, right? Now I usually went with the boxer shorts. It's breezy, it's nice, things can move around, you know? But then I go and I see this package of underwear. Now this is a 100% true story. This is in 4th grade, this happened, right? 4th grade. Look at these underwears. There was this guy on there, had the abs. You know what I mean? Like just all the muscle. And I'm like, that's what I'm doing wrong? I'm wearing the wrong underwear the whole time, right? So I convinced my mom in the 4th grade to buy me silk bikini underwears, guys. Silk bikini underwear for a 4th grade kid, and they fit men's size. I mean, it was a little loose in some areas, all right? But it fit in the back end, I'll tell you that. Right? So I'm confident, guys. I'm first day of school, got my Wrangler jeans, got my Batman shirt, got my silk bikini underwears, the new shoes with the pump on there, you know, I'm gonna run fast, jump higher, I'm gonna do all of that. The Reebok pumps, you remember those? Yeah. So I'm ready, man, and it's recess number 1. What are we playing? Smear the Person. So I'm confident. So what do? I grab that ball right away. I grab that ball and immediately obliterate it. As soon as I get hit, I hear this. My silk bikini underwears have now become silk thong underwears. Right? And it hurt, but I'm playing through the pain because I'm tough, guys. I'm tough, so I'm playing through it. But as I keep playing this game, those silk bikini underwears just kept burrowing their way up inside me. Just kept moving. So every movement just, right, it's going. So after recess, I know now I have a problem, okay? So I go to the bathroom to deal with this. So, I don't know, the best visual for this that I could think of. Have you ever seen a magic show with the magician pulling that endless handkerchief out of his sleeve? Right? Yeah, that's what it's like. I felt like I was trying to start myself. It was like, right? Eventually, there was an end, okay? There was an end. Now I had to go the rest of the day commando, okay? No underwears. Guys, I don't have what you call the thigh gap, okay? I didn't have that. So I got 2 more recesses to go through. Now it's this all day. Just, by the end of the day, I am raw, okay? home, right? So I'm walking home. So by the time I get home, I'm like, I didn't know if it was sweat or blood. I didn't know what was going on over there. All right, I'm just glad I wore black pants. All right, so I go into my room and I go down. I get the baby powder, right? So I'm like, my mom was walking in, didn't knock nothing. She's like, hey, honey, how was your first day? It was very embarrassing. But that's not the end of what kind of embarrassing things I would deal with my mother. All right? Yeah, let me tell you this. It's the same year, summertime, it's a Sunday. Right? We're sitting in the living room, me and my dad, watching football. Right? He's in his recliner across the living room. I'm sitting on the couch. My mom comes walking through the living room, and all of a sudden, a bee flies up my mom's shirt. A bee. And my mom, I'm not kidding, this is how it happened. It flies up her shirt, and this is her reaction. Everything came off. Everything came off. And of course, this is happening in my eyes in slow motion, all right? So I just see, and then she runs this direction, hacky-sacking herself, just in slow motion. I am horrified, screaming at a level, you guys, that probably called every dog in the neighborhood. Okay? But then I'm sitting there, I think it's over. She forgets, she runs into the kitchen, not to the room, so she comes back through in slow motion. And my dad, he's just like, it's terrible. We played hide and go seek as kids, but we did it in the graveyard. Anyone ever do this here? Right behind the Twin Cinema 12. Yeah, that graveyard back there. We played hide and seek at night, you guys. At night. That, by the way, terrible idea. When you're running and running and running, and all of a sudden you're not running anymore, and you are now in an open grave, that ends the fun. I don't know if you've ever felt this feeling before, probably not. I wake up because knock me out, okay? Fall 6 feet into a hole, you're gonna get knocked out, right? So I wake up and all I can see are stars and dirt, right? And I've come to realize where I'm at, and I'm just like just freaking out, right? And nobody's hearing me. Nobody. I don't know how long I've been out, right? And I can't knock on my next door neighbor's door because they're dead. Then the cops come because somebody called, and they just see me in a hole. It's not every. It was terrible. It's not even a joke that just happened. I just figured it out. It's fun times. I need to take a drink, all right? But I like to keep the energy flowing throughout the show. So every time I take a drink, you guys give me a huge round of applause like I said something awesome. Okay, let's test it out. Here we go. Thank you. We're live streaming this thing across the world. So, we are. I'm serious. So, thank you for clapping at home. I hope it's still working. I don't know. I was a kid, I'll tell you that. The biggest thing I think changed is kids organize sports. That's what's really changed. Like I said, grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, not a terribly long time ago. But sports for kids has changed since I played. I mean, we did crazy stuff in the 80s though, guys. Yeah, we kept score, which is completely unheard of now, right? Because you don't want to hurt the kids' feelings if they lose, right? Because everyone's a winner, right, guys? That's real life, isn't it? No. I have been to Walmart. We're not all winners out there, guys, right? It's a rough bunch that goes inside that place sometimes, right? You know what I'm talking about, the Walmart people, you know? You can shop at Walmart and still be a like, normal person. But every time I go in there, I see some weird shit. Butt cracks on cracks. Cracks on cracks, guys. We're talking up the back. I don't even know how do you get a crack up your spine? I don't get it. It's up here. Why are you wearing overalls with no shirt? Like, why are their nipples out? Ladies. You know? What is this, West Virginia? This is Idaho, man. Have some respect for yourselves. All I'm saying is we need to teach our kids what it feels like to lose so they know what it feels like to win and work for it. That's all I'm saying. You gotta let them get after it a little bit. Yeah. Listen, I'm done with the participation trophies, okay? Trophies! We barely got trophies when we won in the 80s, all right? We got the ribbon. The ribbon, remember, it was like first place was blue, second place was red, third place, I don't know. Don't give a shit about third place. What's that? What did you say? Hello. Hey, calm down, you're fighting over third place. See what's happening? It was white, it was yellow, who gives a shit? You both lost. That's so funny. But I'm not going to get a whole pedestal about that issue because we got bigger problems with kids' sports. The treats. Remember the treat parent at the end of the game? Yeah. Oh, man. In the 80s, we got awesome treats. All right, we got like Mountain Dew or Surge. Remember Surge? Yeah, or Jolt Cola. Remember Jolt? 5 times the caffeine. That stuff would jack you up, man. It was pure sugar and caffeine. It was awesome. You got some sort of cupcake with it? Nothing healthy. You had to do another activity after you ate the treat just so you wouldn't get diabetes. You had to burn it off immediately. But you can't get away with treats like that now, can you? No, because something magically in the last few years called gluten came out and ruined everything. Gluten issues? Are you kidding me? We didn't have gluten issues in the 80s. We just dealt with the diarrhea. Right? You got a tummy ache or a scrape on a knee, your dad or your grandpa big, rub some dirt in it, eat the dirt. Remember the dirt mentality? Dirt apparently fixed everything in the 80s. You'd be sitting there with a broken leg just dangling there. And your dad or your grandpa rub some dirt in it and walk it off. Walk it off! Round of applause if you were ever told to walk it off. Yep. And you're still here. I'm saying, if you got COVID, you probably walked it off. But there's bigger problems with kids' sports, you guys. The parents, right? The other parents. Now listen, most of the parents are pretty cool, except for that one. Yeah, her name's Meredith. All right? So if you're the last kid stuck with the yellow gator, you're just like, I'm not risking it. I'm not doing it. So I didn't do that to the kids. I got the red and blue kind. Then I got cupcakes. Yeah, I don't give a crap. I got the Hostess cupcakes. The swirly on top, creamy filling. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, best kind of cupcake. Hero! I go to the game, we win. All right, kept score in my own head, because that's what we do as parents. We keep score because we care. Except for I'm the parent that voices that we won. I made a winner flag out of our bed sheets at home. My wife's still pissed. But I grabbed that thing, I'm like, wow, we won! Woo! Right? And Meredith's like, we don't keep score here. He's like, shut up, Meredith! Woo! Like, I'm excited, the kids are excited. Like, where's the treat parent? I'm like, guys, come over here. They come over, they get their Gatorade, they get their cupcakes, they're jacked on sugar, run on. They carry me on their shoulders, all right? 10-year-olds, it was beautiful. It was like reverse Rudy. It was awesome. Chant my name, Mr. Harmison, Mrs. Beautiful, I'm crying. And then that witch Meredith ruined everything. Yeah, she comes up top, she's like, Heath, I'm sorry, Mr. Harmison. Apparently, you didn't get the memo. Okay, we have gluten issues on this team, mister, all right? My son Timmy has a peanut allergy. He eats a peanut, he will die. I'm like, well, Meredith, your son scored a goal for the other team. I'd be doing this team a favor! You back off me, Meredith, all right? Tom, you gonna talk to your wife here or what? Oh, apparently both men in the family have a nut allergy. it. So I'm pretty passionate about the whole anti-Meredith movement going on. And here's the thing, guys. A Meredith is a man or woman, does not matter. They're the extreme on the planet, right? They're the people that are so extreme they ruin even the best of things on the planet. It does not matter what it is. It can be the best thing, but a Meredith will ruin it. Now, in fact, if you want to join the movement, I've got a I've got a shirt you can buy. Yeah, it says "Shut Up, Meredith." Okay. Got a couple people already bought theirs. It's got my face on there. Only the mediums have my face on there right now. The rest of them just say "Shut Up, Meredith." It's got some hashtags on the back. Just says, "Don't be a Meredith, celery sucks, cupcake parent, keep score," and my website. So if you run into any of these people, you send them to me, and I'll take care of them. Not like you think. Here's the present that I was talking about, okay? Now we're in a pandemic. Masks aren't going anywhere except for here at Coda, okay? It seems like we'll be wearing them for a while, so I decided to make some masks that just say "Shut Up, Meredith" on there. If you gotta wear them, you might as well send a message, all right? And then we can't, and now, listen, you guys are on a date, you want to match. You also have a Karen. You can wear this one, sir. We're telling all the Merediths and Karens to shut the hell up, okay? So, he is like, please. You will be buying these, I guarantee it. So get your "Shut Up, Karen" mask. Oh my gosh. Oh, and me and my wife, we also have a podcast called the "Shut Up, Meredith" podcast. You can get a card at the end of the show if you want. We talk about all the extreme people on the planet. We've had a bunch of different Vegas headliners on. We've had police officers on. We've had nurses. We have a bunch of different types of guests on. Talk about the Merediths that they deal with and either their occupations or just regular life stuff. So you can check out that. My wife's very funny as well, and you'll enjoy that. We actually have an episode, Puberty Meredith, or Sex Talk Meredith, where we actually have my son on. And we talk to him about the sex talk on the podcast. It's fun, yeah. Oh, man. Speaking of that, okay. So I got a call from my wife a couple years ago, and she's like, "You need to have a talk with your son." I'm like, "Oh no, what happened?" She's like, "Nothing. He's just asking me questions I feel like you as a father need to answer." I'm like, "What kind of questions?" She's like, "You need to give him the puberty and sex talk." I'm like, "What? At 10? He was 10 at the time. I thought that was early. I guess with the internet and stuff, kids are learning things sooner, but I am not prepared for this, all right? But I do need to ask. Round of applause if you got the sex talk when you were a kid. Seven of you. 7 of you know what the hell you're doing. That is fantastic. The rest of you are like, all the guys here are like, "Listen, man, I just try and find the right hole and hope for the best. I'm doing the best that I can. It is dark in there. She won't do it with the lights on." I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now I gotta ask, round of applause if you've given the talk. If you've given the talk. Okay. That is quite a few more people clapping and different people clapping. That is a problem. We got a bunch of people in here that never got the talk, now giving the talk. You guys, that's a big misinformation program happening. It's okay, I didn't really get the talk either, okay? Because I'm not kidding. To this day, my dad cannot buy toilet paper from the grocery store because it embarrasses him. Not because it's all gone, all right? Just because he can't bring himself to buy toilet paper. This is the man, and so my mom made him give me the talk. So he comes in the room, this is how it went down. He comes walking in. Your mom said, your mom says I gotta talk to you about the stuff, and just if you take your if you take it out, you're gonna put it in the Okay, all right. Listen, you're 13 years old, all right? All you need to know at this point is that if that comes out of its pants, it comes off. We're not gonna be a grandfather when you're 16. And then he left the room, that was it. So now I'm just running around scared my dad's gonna cut off my wiener. It was terrible. That, and I did get the 5th grade thing. I don't know about you guys, but in the 5th grade at school, they separate the boys and the girls. And the worst possible person, the PE teacher, gave you the sex talk. This guy came walking, he's got short shorts, a polo shirt, and a whistle, all right? So I was like, all right, boys. It's about to get weird, all right? Then he pulled out that overhead projector. You remember that thing on that cart? Yeah, pulled that on that rickety cart. Plugs it in, turns it on to warm it up. Then a light eventually shined on the wall, right? Then he got this plastic piece of paper thing, and he puts it in the light board. Now, I don't know what the girls got, okay? But this is what the boys got. This is 100% true. It is burned into my memory, okay? He puts it in there. It is a cartoon image of a boy on a diving board with an erection. Okay, first off, this is not real life. I have never once seen a kid with the balls to get on a diving board in public with a semi, all right? That's not happening. He's not up there like, what's up, ladies? Hey, oh, let's make some waves up in here. Ah, let's do this. No. Guys, back me up on this. If you got an erection at the public pool, where were you? In the water, right? You're not getting out of the water. You're just trying not to poke any of your buddies. Right? They're like, hey man, let's play chicken. It's like, get the fuck away from me, man! Every guy in here's like, damn straight. Maybe a couple of you in here are like, damn straight. So I had to give my son the talk. So I figure as an entertainer, it's my job to make this as entertaining as possible, break the ice, right? Now I try to do a couple of celebrity impressions. So I figured I'd give him the puberty and sex talk in different celebrity voices, all right? So the first one I did was I did Ryan Reynolds, or Deadpool. You guys know that guy? So I did Ryan Reynolds, giving him the body, hair, and smell portion of the puberty. Then I did Matthew McConaughey, explaining to him what a wet dream is. Yeah, this guy. You gotta know. I don't want him freaking out. Then I wrapped it up with Christopher Walken, giving the whole erection and sex portion of the puberty, right? So I go walking in there. I'm like, all right, buddy, you ready for this? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know either. Your mom's making us do this. Let's just get through it. All right. First off, Ryan Reynolds, body, hair, and smell. Here we go. Okay, well, it's about to go down. First off, your room smells like a dead ferret. You don't even own a ferret. It smells like a big steaming pile of butthole in here. Take a shower, wear some deodorant, it'll help. Also, you're gonna start growing hair all over your body. That's right, in all the cracks. Armpits, back of your knees, and yes, your butt crack. There's gonna be a forest of hair that grows back there. And one day you're gonna go to drop a deuce, and you're gonna find out what a dingleberry is. And it's gonna bring a tear to your eye. Then you're gonna find out you have to wipe not once, not twice, but 10 more times. It's terrible. It sounds like a dingle. What? I don't know, man. This is weird, right? Your mom's listening, she's gonna kill me when I'm done, okay? There's Matthew McConaughey and The Wet Dream. The Wet what? Just listen!
All right, here we go. Listen, one night you're gonna go to bed, and you're gonna wake up and your underwear is gonna be all sticky. Now I know your first thought is, I just wet the bed. No, you did not. You just got done dry humping your pillow. Now I know your next thought is to go tell your mother. Do not tell your mother. She will freak out. Tonight you're gonna learn how to do laundry. Change your underwear, change the sheets, and do not, for the love of God, ball that underwear up and throw it in the corner because it will get as hard as a rock.
Get the stick one. I don't know, man. We're moving on, okay? This last part is Christopher Walken, the erection and sex. This is the hard part. Fist bump from far. Me and her, she gets it. Some of these are just for me and one other person, it's okay. Listen, son, one day you're gonna be in your classroom and for no reason at all the blood from your head is gonna go down to your penis. And it's gonna get hot. And it's gonna be very uncomfortable in your skinny jeans. And in that moment, the teacher will ask you to write on the board. You will decline. But she will insist. And you will stand up. And the whole class will see the tent pitched in your pants. And they will make fun of you until you graduate. But it's okay, because you go off to college, you find a nice young lady, I don't know, she'll be naked. And you'll be naked. And you'll see the cave of wonder that she has in the mountains. And again, all the blood from your head goes down to the penis. High. And now you're gonna want to go spelunking in the cave. You understand? Explore. And you put it in, it'll feel good. You're gonna thrust. You're gonna thrust. Well, first time, half a thrust. And in that moment, all the sticky stuff, which is about 1 million of you, is gonna come flying out and go swimming inside the cave. But one of them will swim deep in the cave and find an egg. And then, well, you'll ruin my life. Oh, it's tough. I mean, it sounds like, what is it? I don't know, man, that's all I know, okay? Well, in fact, listen, if it comes out, it comes off. Does that work for you? So now you all know what you're doing. Congratulations. You got the talk. Sorry, I made it weird. This guy, he's like, no, I feel very comfortable. You guys mind if I get a little personal with you? Is that all right? They're like, we've come this far. Listen, 2020 was terrible. 2019 I thought was a weird year, at least for me personally. It was kind of an interesting year. I actually, I had to go to the doctor to get some things checked out. I had to get my twins. I had the Olsen twins, Mary Kate and Ashley. I had to get my balls checked, sir. Checked. I was observing in the shower, and it felt awkward, and there was something felt weird. It was, I don't know how to explain this. It was off. Okay, there was something there that wasn't there before. Okay, so I'm like, I'm gonna go to the doctor, but I'm actually I don't like doctors. They freak me out. So I have my wife come with me. Okay, so we go in this doctor's office. It's a small room, right? It's always the smallest room with the paper table, right? With the paper table, and then you got a chair maybe, right? And a stool, right? So I'm sitting my wife is sitting in the chair across from me, right, reading the Men's Health magazine. Look at all the men she wished she had, right? Just look at that thing. I'm sitting on the paper table, dangling like a toddler, all right? My legs were dangling like a toddler, okay? Okay, my legs. That's it. Anyway, so I'm sitting on the, and I'm like, you're sitting on that thing, it's like, right? That sound of the paper just means everything's bad for you, all right? So the doctor comes in. He's like, hey, Heath. I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, oh, I'm better than you. So I'm like, okay, awesome. He's like, all right, why don't you go ahead and stand up? And I stand up, and he sits on the stool, all right? He sits on the stool. Now, this stool goes all the way to the ground, all right? He sits on the thing, he's like, whoosh, all right. All right, now listen, go ahead and pull your pants down. And I'm like, okay, okay, all right. He's like, okay. Then, without any warning at all, or Miyagi, you know the Miyagi? No warmth of the hands, he just goes right in. I'm like, it was very, very cold, okay? We had to wait for Righty to come back down and join us, okay? That was very brisk, right? So he's like, okay. Heath, look at me, not her. You look at me. Here we go. Okay, now, and he starts to explain to me what's about to happen. Just right there. Okay. Now you've done a physical, for sports and whatnot, right? And I'm like, yes, I have. He's like, okay, you're gonna do the turn and cough, all right? Now, but it's gonna be a little bit different. You're gonna turn and cough 8 times. I'm like, 8 times? Like, yes, we have to be very thorough. All right, so why don't you go ahead and give me your first cough? And so I'm like, okay. He's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to give me a hearty cough every single time we need to start over, okay? So go ahead and cough. Now I need this to be over, all right? So I cough as hard as I can every single time. Like I was just like, like every single, who's ever on the outside of the doctor's office is like, what the hell is happening in there, right? So I coughed that hard 7 times. I am now lightheaded, okay? I am lightheaded. He's like, okay, Heath, on this last one, when you cough, it's gonna be a little bit different. As you cough, I'm gonna need you to bear down. I'm like, bear down? He's like, like you're dropping a deuce. I'm like, did you just say deuce to me? You're my doctor, that's not a medical term. He's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, drop down. He's like, okay, on the count of 3, cough and bear down. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now, as I cough and bear down, he goes up, okay? No warning. He goes up, and I'm just like, now I'm lightheaded, so I cough and bear, and then I go up, I lose my balance, and then teabag my doctor right in the face, just right in the mouth. Hit him right in the side of the, right here. My wife is now behind the Men's Health magazine, just. And my doctor, he's just like, okay. Then he started to well up because he has a nut allergy. So just kidding. I just thought that was funny. But no, that was a true story. All of it, but the nut allergy happened. I hit him right in the face. We had to change doctors. But scans came back, and I'm all good. So that was the main thing. I ended up everything coming back okay. So, thank you, sir. One person cares about my health. Thank you. And I know a few people in here, so I'm very disappointed. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Just keep telling your jokes. Anyway. Oh man. Did you guys have fun tonight? Did you guys enjoy the show? Good. Seriously, thank you for coming out. We'll be back here tomorrow doing the show. So if you have friends, if you want to come back out and see a show. I will be doing the same show. I might do a couple of different ones, I don't know. But you want me to finish? You want me to do a couple more? You want me to do a couple more? So I'll do 2. I'll do 2 more. All right. This one. These are both. I'll just tell you 2 true stories that have happened to me. All right. This first one. Actually, a lot of people ask me after shows, especially people I know, people will come up to me like, so how did you like get to the point where you're doing stand-up comedy? I'm like, well, actually, it really started in 7th grade for me. 7th grade, I was going to Larry Junior High, all right? Yeah. Go Cubs! Sorry, go Cubs! So I go in 7th grade. I'm a chunky kid. I haven't really hit my growth spurt yet. Still kind of a big kid. I had cleavage. I had bigger boobs than most of the girls, for sure. They copped a feel often just to see what it was like. Just kidding, but I'm serious. So I go into the 7th grade. Now I'd done sports, I'd done stuff like that, but I wanted to get outside my comfort zone, do something a little bit different that I'd never done before. So I decided to go into drama, to be an actor, be a thespian. Not a lesbian, thespian. It's a fancy word for actor, right? So I go into the acting thing. First day, my teacher, Mrs. Ramirez, right? She changed my life. She actually, the first thing she said was like, all right, we have 3 options for plays this year. Frumpled Fairy Tales, Knights of the Rad Table, and The Emperor's New Clothes. Now there was a stipulation for The Emperor's New Clothes. One of our classmates would have to go in front of 300 people in nothing but their underwear and socks. Now, this would never fly these days, right? You could not send a junior high kid in his underwear in front of people. That's called prison time, okay? For Mrs. Ramirez, right? It's prison time. But that's the one we picked because we wanted to embarrass one of our classmates. But guess who gets the role as the emperor? Me, the chunky kid, right? But you know what? I was like, I'm gonna own this. I'm doing it. It is opening night, sold out crowd. I'm on the wing of the stage. Nobody can see me yet, all right? I'm on the wing of the stage. I got my tighty whities on. I got my socks and a robe covering me. All right, now, I go to step onto the stage. It was a wood stage, and they had just buffed it out to get it ready for the show that night. Now, I am a chunky kid in my underwear with socks on a slippery floor in front of an audience. This is a bad scenario for me, okay? I'm not getting no risky business in front of a bunch of people, all right? And things like popping out of nowhere. Right? So I had to improvise. So what I did is I took the socks off, I balled up the socks, I hear the line I'm supposed to go out to, I have nowhere to put the socks. Except for one. That's right, I stuffed them. I stuffed the socks. You guys, and I go out, moment came, screams and laughter throughout the whole auditorium. You guys, my grandma was there. She nearly died that night. Okay. Now in hindsight, I probably should have put the socks in the front. Just a nugget hanging on the back of my tidy whities. But I'll tell you this, the uproar of laughter that came over that crowd changed me from that day on. I felt that energy. I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't care. Just that laughter and that crazy energy that happened, it was so, it just captivated me. So since then, I've been blessed to travel to over 22 different countries, perform for our troops overseas, which is hands down the best thing I've ever done in my career. Absolutely love our troops. If you served, thank you so much for your service. I got to fly in a Black Hawk. That was awesome. Yeah, threw up on everybody, but it was fun. It was a good time. No, but I love this job. I really do. I love this job. I've had some other cool jobs though. One of the jobs I've had is I was a whitewater rafting guide. Has anyone ever been whitewater rafting in here? So I was 18 years old, got my guide license, took people down the river for a few years. One trip sticks out to me. It was my first year guiding. My boss comes to me, he's like, okay, we have a different trip today. We're gonna be taking down the deaf and blind kids. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, well, they're not deaf and blind. We got some deaf kids, we got some blind kids. I'm like, that doesn't make it any better. All right, this is an extreme sport that seems dangerous. He's like, we do it every year, it's fine. So I'm a little panicked because these kids' lives are in my hands, okay? But it was actually pretty cool. The kids get there. Now, before we put the raft in the water, the blind kids would go around the raft and feel it so they get familiar with the raft, right? So one of the blind kids actually got on top of the raft, started running across it. He's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid's awesome, right? So now I'm jacked, I'm ready to go, all right? So we get the raft in the water, I get my group of kids, and are you filming or you're filming? Oh, it's fine, just keep filming, it's fine. I thought you were taking a picture, I just wanted to give you a good one. This is my better side. All right, so we get the raft in the water, I got my group of kids. Now, we also had a deaf interpreter lady, all right? She's signing to the kids, the deaf kids, right? She's signing to the deaf, not to the blind kids. She's signing to the deaf kids to let them know when they need to paddle, when we're going through the rapids, when I'm giving them commands and stuff, right? So she's in the front of the boat, all right? Now, we go through the first set of rapids. It's pretty intense, but not too crazy. The kids are having a great time. Now, I know the second set is a little bit more intense, so I'm like, I'm gonna give these kids a ride, right? So we go through, and guys, I hit this hole perfect, right? I just, boom, right? Water's crushing over, right? The kids are having a great time. Well, I lost the deaf interpreter lady out of the boat. She's out of the boat. The deaf kids are freaking out, all right? The blind kids, they have no idea what's happening. They're just having a good time, right? I'm like, guys, you gotta stop paddling. I gotta save the lady, all right? So now this lady, she's been signing all day, not talking. She's been signing to these kids, doing her job and doing it really well. But now she's panicking, all right? So her brain forgets that she can speak to me, all right? So she's in her life jacket, in the water, signing to me. I don't do sign language, but apparently that meant help me. That's what that meant. She's freaking. So I'm like, all right, I need you to calm down. I need you to talk to me. All right, tell me your name. What's your name? She's like, it's Meredith. I'm like, I'll see you downriver. You guys, thank you so much for coming out, supporting live comedy. Tell all your friends about the show tomorrow. And we do this every second weekend of the month. We bring in new comics from all over the country. So come out, support live comedy here at Kodo. Thank you guys so much. And oh, by the way, I'm going to be over here selling some of my merch in the back over here. Come say hi to me. Don't make it weird, okay? I don't want to be standing back there with my son. Look at my son. He needs to eat more, okay? He needs food. All right? That little jerk with the phase 2 bullshit. Anyway, so... yeah, so come back. I sell a DVD as well. Preston's on there as well. Yeah, it's a DVD. I'm also selling DVD players so that you guys can buy those as well. But I do need you to know that every ounce of stuff that I do sell, I donate all to hungry children because it's a great cause. The kids deserve to eat, so make sure you guys help feed some hungry kids, okay? Yeah. Yes. They are my kids. And they're hungry. Thank you guys so much. That's it.
Sell some stuff. Thanks for, if you guys are still there, thanks for tuning in to the show.
Why are you holding the camera?
What's that? Well, look, they're just friends.
He's still on.
I do have them. I'm still on.
Is this international? Wait, am I still on?
Yeah, speak German. There's Germans on here.
Oh, då, så check out the Do you need cash? Or?
Yeah, I need all the money.
Well, I got a card, been over swipe. Where's the swag?